putting my footprint down. Paving a lane in these wild YouTube streets. I'll be nice. I'm just here to put my footprint down in these YouTube streets. Like, comment, subscribe to me. Man, don't even try. Savage when I'm under that pressure. I'm sliding into the jobs complete. Intellectually, ignorantly. Either way, it's clean. You don't want smoke with me. That's around, they know the package. Tap it right, show love, and we good. That's Big Jim Savage. So go, like, comment, and subscribe to me.
Okay. Let me know if y'all can hear me anything, you know. Am I clear? Let me know. This morning's a little sad. Couple things I want to go over. When is this bullshit gonna stop, ladies and gentlemen? Like, do we have to up security? Do we have to like eliminate people from being on campuses? What is the point? What is the point in going in to a school using a firearm to eliminate people for? Like, what is on your mind? Where do you get the balls to think that you have that power? And those kids, I'm right down the street. You know what I'm saying? It's in the town that I'm in. It's ridiculous. Like, there's people, there's kids, man, these smart kids. These are lawyers, doctors, plumbers, mechanics, people who can help us out, people who keep the world running, people who just want an education to further their life. You know, it's sad. This happens at least 3 to 4 times a year. Almost. It's ridiculous, man. I'm just gonna play a video for you guys real quick.
As well, of course, all of this unfolding starting just after 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon at the Barris and Holly building, the houses the School of Engineering on the Brown University campus along Hope Street right there. 2 people dead, 9 others in critical condition at this hour, but we're told they are stable. We don't have any idea on the identities of the victims, whether they were actually students or what relation they had to Brown University, but obviously being in a building where there are labs and classrooms at the time, and this is final exam period, we can safe to assume that they are somehow connected to the university, but we don't want to speculate on exactly the identities of them at this point. We do know there were some exams scheduled at that time throughout the building as well, between the hours of 2 and 5 p.m. Shelter in place was in effect on the campus of Brown University all through the night, going from last night when the shooting happened. It was lifted just a little over an hour ago, about 5:45 this morning. Brown issued an alert, a statement saying that the shelter in place had been lifted. We do know that about 500 students were staying at a Brown University athletic complex overnight as a shelter. They were told to stay there. Others were told to stay in wherever their respective residences were. Our crews on scene, we have Abby Budakvoli and Miley Levine, who are on the campus of Brown University.
This was a couple of days ago. I'm just going through the timeline. This is where it started. This is where it started, but at the end, it's going to eventually tell you who was the shooter and what they're doing. And actually, a couple of people that actually were in the classrooms or in the college that seen the guy who experienced it, had people died next to him, people deleted next to him, also people who are injured next to him. It's a sad thing, man. Even just to see their faces being interviewed is a sad thing, bro. I don't understand. I really don't understand.
Throughout the morning, starting at 6 o'clock this morning, and Abby did speak with a student who said that he had just woken up had learned that the shelter in place was lifted, so he was able to leave his residence, and he was going to continue on his day with his studying, but he was still trying to digest the information and figure out who was involved in this situation as well, and whether it was anyone he knew. Obviously, that campus just devastated right now to learn this. We still don't know the identities of the victims, so a lot of people may be wondering, do I know someone who was in that building who was one of the casualties involved in this mass situation, a mass shooting on the campus of Brown University? As a result, even though the shelter in place has been lifted, a number of events have been canceled for this morning. The Downtown Jingle 5K, which is an annual holiday tradition, an annual holiday run, which takes place in downtown Providence. They put out a statement saying, out of an abundance of caution and in respect to the victims and their families and to first responders who were dealing with this, that Jingle 5K has been canceled. The Providence Flea, which is that huge weekly vendor market, which takes place every Sunday in the city of Providence, also has been canceled for today out of abundance of caution and again in respect to the victims. So again, we're waiting to hear from officials, from leaders in the city of Providence about this investigation, but we have a person of interest.
All right, all right, I'm gonna get rid of that one. But this one right here, we're gonna look at this one right here. Let me share my screen. But they're saying this guy just came up and just started unloading on people. Where they do that? Well, I can't even ask where they do that at, because they do that every year at schools. It's dangerous going to college.
This is the person who they believe is the suspect in the shooting at Brown University. There you see him. Do you notice the walk? Do you recognize anything about this person? Wearing dark clothing. They think he was wearing camouflage mask, perhaps. He may be in his 30s. You can see his gait. You can see the way he's walking. You don't see a gun. That's when he came out of Hope Street, took a right on Waterman Street, and is walking toward Wayland Square. Do you know this person? Have you seen this person? Is there anything that you can help police with? They would like you to call them 401-272-3121. Really?
Insane. Hold up. All right, so I do have an update. Hold on a second. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are entering the building, here we go with all this messaging. All right. If you are entering the building, ladies and gentlemen, please hit that like button, subscribe, share. And also, you know, if you ever feel so kind, hit that Cash App. I am trying to keep my my channel up and have the highest plan so I can get you guys up here as many as possible to discuss all types of situations and topics. I am going to usually be doing early morning news, and then Thursday, I'm doing a show tonight. I know that Monday. Try to do Monday night and Thursday night. Thursday night is an open panel with a certain topic, and Monday is pretty much a certain topic, just, you know, that I want to do and have a couple people up there. But if you ever feel so kind, hit that cash. Yep. All right, let's get to this video right here. I have plenty of videos. Just still like learning, and I'm not really learning. Just new things coming up, and I am trying to be quicker with it. Put it that way.
On the deadly shooting at Brown University, we have Team 10 coverage now. Miley Levine and Abby Buttacavoli are live along the campus of Brown University in Providence. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mario. We are here. Looking behind us is Thayer Street right now, and police do still have it blocked off. And as you mentioned, we've got new news this morning to share with everyone.
Exactly. There's a person of interest in custody at this time. That's from Providence Police early this morning. So that's the newest development here. But as we know, it was just a really tragic day here at Brown University yesterday around 4 p.m. when a gunman went into the engineering building and had opened fire on a first floor classroom. 2 people have died, 9 others are hurt, and 6 are listed as critical but stable at last check.
Now, we do know this morning as we wake up, the shelter-in-place order here at the Brown University campus is now over. That means students and people in the surrounding area can move about. A person of interest, again, is in custody. That is from Providence Police. And video released overnight shows who police think the suspected shooter is. Both Providence Mayor Brett Smiley and Governor Dan McKee spoke at a late-night briefing on the shooting.
I know there's a lot of fear and anxiety in the community right now. And we want folks to know that while it is the case that the shelter in place remains in effect for the broader Brown community, that includes campus and the neighborhoods surrounding the campus, we are doing everything we can, and we've been receiving tremendous assistance from our partners in law enforcement.
The state pledges all its resources to the city of Providence. We're continual partnering with our federal officials as well to make sure that justice comes to the individual that pulled the trigger and caused death.
Yeah, just a tragic scene here on Providence Brown University campus right now. Again, this is Thayer Street. You can see there's still a decent police presence here around the surrounding area. There's still several roads blocked off. There's still caution tape up. It's best to avoid the area, although police do say that Brown University do say that that shelter in place is now lifted. So people waking up this morning can have a little bit of relief knowing that.
Absolutely. And the snow is still coming down here this morning. A good idea anyways to take it easy as you.
Indeed. Now you get the gist of it. Basically, man, I have more videos with who did it. I put them on YouTube. Sometimes I forget where I put my videos at and bullshit happens. But yeah, man, like when is this gonna stop, ladies and gentlemen? When are we going to realize that this is all we got? We are all we have out here, and we have to work together. Like there has to be some type of a better security system to eliminate these people who are just could easily walk up and do this crime, right? It's just so simple it happens, and a lot of people get hurt, a lot of people get eliminated because nobody's really paying attention. They wait so long, everybody gets comfortable in the school. Next thing you know, and this bullshit happens. It's looking like humanity is lost. I swear we are lost as people. I don't even know what to say about it, man, because every day we end up experiencing something that is tragic, and we always lose. Here we go, my morning news right here. We always lose someone dearly to us from someone who doesn't have a mind, whose brain is who has a mother and father, you know? And I always ask, where are you at? Where y'all at? Here's I gotta play this because, matter of fact, let me play this one first. I think this is where they show who it is. Actually, let me start with this one first. All right, now this is where they show who it is. Yeah, it took a while. It took a while not a while, actually, a couple days to find the person. Not that long at all, actually. They did a good job, actually, finding the person. There we go. Let me share this. I'm still trying to figure out how to make this bigger. But it is what it is. I hope y'all can see
almost
it.
interrupting him at that point in the news conference last night. Take a listen to this.
What we saw in the video is the person we're looking for, correct?
I would describe that person as a person of interest. So there are a lot of unknowns in this case, and that's one unknown.
The way it's crazy.
So that is
when
one
they do
unknown.
those,
And another kind of extraordinary development, the mayor, Brent Smiley, said that
They don't give you too
they are
much
searching
information,
for
the
additional
way they do
video
that. It's
evidence, that
crazy.
they need the public's help with that, and that the videos that the video evidence, the video surveillance that was actually in this building during the shooting has been examined, and that they have no additional actionable information from that video. He's essentially saying that the video evidence that they've seen from inside the building during the shooting occurred. I mean, he didn't use the word useless, but they're not getting very much information from whatever video that is, John. So they need the public's help now in finding more video of the suspect and of maybe his movements after the shooting. They're asking for the public's help this morning in finding that.
Does seem like they need whatever help they can get. As you said, they say the video from inside the building at this point just not helpful. Brian Todd, thank you so much for being with us. Kate, you know, that video that...
So when do like we have so much technology now that, and so many cameras everywhere, especially in Providence. You can get caught. You can get caught digging in your pockets, pulling boogers out your shit, and they know exactly the color of the booger. You know, just so just trying to make a joke out of something that's, you know, it's really not that funny. But you know, it's life, man. This is life. We have to find some type of happiness in our lives, man. Seriously, because all we hear this every day. That's why I don't like doing the news or don't like watching the news, but it's important because tell a friend to tell a friend, and a lot of people get the information. Like, this is why we have social media, and this is the reason why they put it out there for us to give information. But you know, a lot of people abuse this system. I want a better background. I want my Cash App background. Like I said, man, if you ever feel so kind, because, you know, I'm trying to succeed and grow in this, and I'm tired of working for people, which I don't work for nobody right now, but I'm just saying, let's get this Cash App, security strong. Hit me up. I need, look. If you look at my coffee, it's black. And I like French vanilla. And I don't have no money for creamer. So hit that Cash App if you may. And let's get back to the news. Now, this one right here is, they had a boy, not even a boy, a young man up there that was actually in the room that the shooter went to. And it was so, I'll let him tell it. I don't want to tell his story. Here we go. Let me put this up there. All right. Black man that was teaching the class. Let's get it. Come on, let's get it. Come on. I said, come on. See everything. There we go. All right, check this out. Oh, now stop acting the fuck up. I'm talking about technology, and they want to act
for an exam Saturday afternoon when the shots started ringing out. And I want to bring in Joseph Oduro, who is a teaching assistant at Brown University, was in the classroom leading a study session when the gunman opened fire. Thank you so much for being here. I am so sorry for what you had to witness. I'm glad that you are okay. Can you explain what went down?
It's hard to really put to words. It all really happened so fast. I think the number one thing for me is just making sure everybody's okay, and, you know, the community is safe and everybody feels like there's some type of there's some type of peace on campus.
Yeah, understandable. Can you just describe what was happening in the classroom when the gunman came in?
Yeah, we just finished up our last review session of the year. And then we ended a little bit late. It ended around like 4:03. And I was giving my closing remarks. And then as soon as everybody stood up and started exiting the room, we heard what sounded like gunshots outside the door. And we heard screaming from various students. And then about 5 seconds later, we see a gunman enter the room. And then he just screamed something and just started shooting.
So you saw the gunman enter the room where you were?
Yeah, I was standing in the front of the auditorium and he came through the back. So we pretty much directly made eye contact. And then as soon as that happened, I looked at my students and signaled them to come to the front, and then I just ducked.
And was the gunman shooting when he entered the room?
No, he came in, pointed the gun, and then he screamed something. I don't know what he said, and none of the other students know what he said. But yeah, then he just started shooting right after that. So from that moment to the first gunshot, it was probably around 5 to 7 seconds.
So what I'm hearing you saying is that you already had heard the gunshot outside the classroom, and then all of a sudden he appeared in your classroom, screamed something, and
we
then
heard what sounded like gunshots outside.
I didn't see that part.
But my mind didn't necessarily go to gunshots right away, just because we're at Brown University. It's an Ivy League institution. You don't really assume the first loud sound you hear is gunshots until you see the gun right in front of you and you can see it going on.
You know what I wanted to ask? Like, when you are put in that position, what makes you want to take your phone out? If your life is threatened, what makes you want to take your phone? And I'm glad people do have the mindset to hurry up, take it out and record, because that's how you're able to catch people or get the videos. You know, there's plenty of ways to get somebody caught. But just like to be able to be like, you know what? There's a shooting in the building. Let's take our phones out. It's wild. It's wild. I'm trying to go to safety, get to safety, but I give a shout out to those who actually, you know, I've stepped in front of some gunshots before, and it is what it is. But it depends, you know what I mean? Like, where your mind is at. That adrenaline rush, man, it's crazy. This guy, he saved a couple of people, you know what I mean? And he also lost a couple. It's a sad thing, man. It really is.
I can't even imagine how terrifying that was. You're the person in charge. You're the TA in the classroom helping these students study, and you look up and there is a man with a gun, and he started to shoot in the auditorium where you were leading the study session. I know it's probably a blur, but what unfolded from there?
As soon as he started shooting, I just wanted to make sure that the rest of the students and I were safe. And then from the time that transpired, I made sure to call 911 and DPS. And I tried to let them know the situation, but with it still being extremely fresh and it honestly feeling like super unreal, I couldn't really explain any real details other than that we were in the room on Barrison Holly 166, and I was with around 20 students hiding behind that desk. So it was mostly just mumbling, trying to get as much help as I can.
Wow.
Around 20 students behind one desk. Can you describe the sort of physical layout of where you were a little bit more?
Yeah, so the desk is probably a length of around 10 feet or so.
Let me take right past that.
immediately looked at my residence and dropped down, and I didn't look up until DPS was here telling us that everything was going to be okay.
Do you have any sense of how long he was in the classroom shooting before he left?
It honestly felt like an eternity. So
I can't imagine.
I don't know how long time just went.
I'm natural security. You know what I mean? And I've jumped out in front of a lot of different things to save some people. Bars, clubs, my girl, my friends. And it's just amazing how your mind works for you, just like this. I'm so used to doing it that it's subconscious. As soon as the shooting starts, I'm grabbing people. Go, get down. Let's go. Natural security. And it's wild. You know what I mean? And then you really don't understand what happened until it's over. And then you're just like, what the fuck? What did I just go through? You do it enough, it's like a drill. And they do say something about how they practice gunshot drills, or when people come into your school and do these type of things, they practice this, which is sad. Which is sad that you have to take time out to practice for this type of deadly event. You know what I mean? And it's natural. It's that we used to do fire drills, and there was never fire. There was smoke somewhere here and there, but shootings, like, it's normal now. Every school has to go through it now because there's some ignorant little. And listen, no discrimination, but it's observation and it's statistics, and it's I know our melanin skin do some dumbass shit, but every time you hear of a school shooting, you think of a white person. I'm just saying. Why? What makes you want to kill or delete? I know these words need to be checked, but this is Savage going, God damn it. What makes you want to, and I got Rumble. So, if you want to go to Rumble and hear the exact, if it cuts me off for YouTube, Rumble, you hear all the curse words, anything I want to say there. But it's just sad, ladies and gentlemen. It's just sad. I'm going to keep playing this because I got to find another video real quick.
Any of the students who you were trying to protect injured?
There was actually a girl who was sitting right next to me. She had 2 bullets in her legs, and she's currently at the hospital right now.
Wow.
What's her status? How is she doing? Do you know?
I left the hospital yesterday, so I don't know her exact status, but I gave her a call yesterday, and she was in good spirits. And I know her surgery is taking place this morning, so I'm just praying that her surgery goes well.
That's trauma. That's trauma. Like, going through things like that, that's trauma. That's why, nothing really bothers me, man. I grew up fighting. I grew up looking and dealing with all types of stuff. And actually, some of it's my fault, put myself in situations. But I would not take anything back of what I've experienced, because to this day, I'm able to protect people. I'm able to see things that other people don't see. I've done security for over 20 years. Over 20 years, man. And it gets wild. I have plenty of people, I'm gonna pop the trunk on you. And right then and there, you have to think, do you want that smoke? Or can you de-escalate this problem? I usually de-escalate the problem. Been a couple times I wanted to smoke, but you gotta assess the situation. You know what I mean? Like, don't just jump into the fire if you can't extinguish it. Shout out to the man.
Have training for this?
As much training as you could possibly get when there's an active shooter, you're never going to be prepared when it actually takes place. So I just wanted to make sure that I was okay and everybody else was okay, and I did that the best way I felt like I could.
I mean, you're 21 years old, is that correct?
21.
Yeah, I'm 21.
So you are a teaching assistant, rather, a TA at an Ivy League institution, as you said. You didn't expect this. Sadly, though, you are part of a generation that is all too familiar with mass shootings.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's just the society we live in today.
Yeah.
It's sad, ladies and gentlemen. It's sad. It's sad. Now I want to put up, I have a picture. Hold on. First, let me get his name. Switch over here. I believe. I know it's slowing up. Because a lot of people are doing these. Are on the net. All right, let's go do this. I'm trying to find where they show. No, I don't want to show this one. I'm trying to go to where they show the boy. All right. Well, all right. So, let's see. Some videos. I don't know where they went, but I do have the name. I have the picture. I'm gonna show you a picture right now. This is the guy right here. Look at this guy. Look how young this boy is, and he's trained. I think if they said military trained. This kid right here is a kid. I think he's 21 years old, or 20. He's in his 20s, and I believe his name is man, what is his name? I'm trying. I know I have a video of actually. Let's just do this. I'm gonna look it up on YouTube. I'm gonna look it up on YouTube right now. His name, so y'all can get. Let's see. The shooter of Brown University. My bad. I'm a slow typer, ladies and gentlemen. Got big fingers. But this is the kid right here. Let me take him off screen. All right. Oh, we got to adjust in. Hold on. Person of interest. Let's play this video. I'm gonna play this video. Looks very interesting.
Fox News are awaiting a press
Fox
conference
News
to begin at any moment on the shooting at Brown University.
We expect officials to give us an update after learning a person of interest has been taken into custody. This comes after 2 students were killed. 9 others were injured when a gunman opened fire on campus yesterday.
Brian Yanis joins us live in Providence, Rhode Island.
With
the very latest. Hey, Brian.
Good morning. So we expect that presser to start at any moment now with the latest information. But I just got off the phone with Coventry Police in Rhode Island, and they told me that this person of interest was caught at a hotel in Coventry,
in this
area.
area.
A half hour south of Providence, Rhode Island. It happened at about 3:45 this morning, and that timeline all makes sense when you realize that just a couple of hours later, Brown University sent out a statement ending the lockdown on the campus. But in just a couple of moments, at any moment now, we'll be hearing more about how they were able to track this individual that you see on your screen. This is the only video that they released of this person of interest, the suspected gunman, leaving the engineering building on campus immediately after that mass shooting inside of a classroom inside that building. We obviously will know momentarily how they were able to then track this individual from campus.
Let's see if I can find out. Let's see if they say his name, so you guys can be up to date with it. I just had his name. Oh, I gotta wait. What we got over here? Language wrong. Advance is almost missing. Its reach is too. It's slowing up on me. Like I said, Y'all hit that Cash App so I can update my streaming and get a better plan. So, you know.
Brown University did say.
So, you know, hit that Cash App. Hit that Cash App. It's security strong. I am trying to update my equipment and streaming because if I'm doing the news, I want y'all to be updated. I can't have all this skipping and all that. I want to be legit with mine. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to get better and better as we go. I'm back on these YouTube streets.
Saying,
quote, trying to do big
Providence
things
police have advised the university at the shelter.
I don't know why they can't. Where's my video? Where is my video of the shooter? I just showed you a picture of him, right? How young that young man is. But they do give me a name. The name
in place order has ended for the entire Brown.
Let me do this. All right, let me see. Pause that. But the name of my big ass fingers type anything. Shooter. This is sad, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Brown University shooting release. Police release a video. Yeah, that's all right. Let's see. There's a video. I had all these videos last night with the subject, or not unless it's changed. Not unless it's changed, and I hope not. I hope they did find him and he's not loose. And if that's the case, well, we got problems. Let me start this over. Not start the, but there it seems to every time I try to play, something, it slows me down. So let me take that off and reboot the YouTube. The YouTube channel. And let me see if I can put this onto the side. Brown University shooting suspect free. Hold up. It said freed. Hold on. It said freed. I don't know. I'm going to try to play this. All right, we've seen that. Is this live? This is live. Come on, I want the information, but that says freed. We might have to go back to that one. Freed. Wow. If he is, Brown. I had all this information last night. Now all active shooter. Shooter today. Let me see. All right, Brown shooting person. Let's see if this is it. They keep saying person of interest. All right, let me just share this. They say Danny's in custody. I'm trying to get y'all up to date here. Let's see what we can do. Can I? Theater mode. Can I do theater mode? Ladies and gentlemen. All right. I don't know what theater mode is, but let's try it. Don't look like no fucking theater mode. There we go. That's much better. Look at that. See? All I gotta do is practice or whatever the fuck it may be. Oh, man. All right, let's give you all this. Now, let's see what he has to say. Here we go with the buffer. I'd rather have the buffer.
Now in custody, and then they lifted the shelter in place. Many of the students, the people living in this community and the areas surrounding Brown University have been essentially on lockdown, told to stay inside, lock their doors for the entire night. So now that shelter in place has been lifted, we're also getting an update on the status of the victims.
Sugar Bum in the building. What your eyes can see, yes, Sugar Bum. We had a shooting here a couple of days ago, a day or two ago, where I am in at Brown University in Providence. And they said they caught the shooter, and now they keep saying, like, I'm looking for, I've had the information yesterday, and now all of a sudden I don't have it. Maybe they shut it down. But they're saying that the shooter, this is what the shooter looks like right here. Young man right here. This is the shooter right there. Look at the little innocent buzz cut head ass. Looks like every Providence boy that walks around snowball fighting right now. But this is what they're saying. I still have to look for the video.
In total, 7 people are still in stable condition at the hospital. 1 critical. 1 was discharged from the hospital. Of course, 2 students were also shot and killed in this mass shooting. Let's bring in our chief investigative correspondent, Aaron Katursky. Aaron, I know you're getting new information about this person of interest. How confident are authorities that they have the shooter?
They're confident they're calling this individual a person of interest, but as you heard the authorities say, they are not looking for anyone else, and they are lifting the shelter-in-place order around Providence, Rhode Island. So right now, they believe they have the individual responsible for killing 2 people and injuring 9 others on the campus of Brown University. The authorities detained this individual of interest, we're told, based on a tip that they received overnight. And the authorities did not put out much for the public to go on. There was a snippet of video showing a figure dressed in black leaving the engineering building, rounding the corner there. That's all the information the public had to know. But that was enough, apparently, for someone to give the authorities a tip, and overnight, police took this individual into custody. The manhunt, then, is now over. The focus now is going to be on getting this individual identified. Already, undoubtedly, the authorities have done that. They'll dig into social media, background, find out what they can about
we already know.
A source tells ABC News this individual is not believed to be a current Brown University student, but the authorities will look to see whether this individual has any connection to Brown University. This shooting occurred at a big lecture hall. A small group was studying for final exams, which are canceled for the day. So the hope was always that someone in that lecture hall may have come back with a better description than the public was able to see in that video. Right now, the authorities are working with the Attorney General's office in Rhode Island to figure out charges. So it appears this individual is going to be charged locally. The FBI was involved, but it does not seem to have a wider nexus to any kind of terror group. That, at least, is what officials believe right now with this individual in custody and the manhunt over.
Yes, Chigo, they have released who it is. I do have a picture of the dude. They keep saying person of interest and not giving out the name. I had the name yesterday. This is the boy right there. That's the boy right there. And like I said, they keep saying person of interest, but let me see. Let me go back. They have, sorry, roommate. Oh, wait, hold up. Roommate of Brown University. They have this. They have it. But they're not telling. Officials say they're releasing. Hold on, let's see what this says.
Here's one of the methods we use to boost our son's grades at school.
All right, now let's put it back up. Look at that. I'm getting better at it. All right, let's see what they got to say. Because it's I think Erickson, Robert Erickson or something like that, I believe. Oh, hell no. Right. It's sad. It's really sad that this happens at least 4 or 5 times. I keep changing it up, but 4 or 5 times a year.
That individual
sometimes you want to smack the shit out of the internet.
From Providence Police. We know that this is likely to cause fresh anxiety for our community. And we want to reiterate what we said earlier, which remains true, which is ever since the initial call, now a day and a half ago, we have not received any credible or specific threats to the Providence community. And so the status of safety in our community remains unchanged. And we believe that you remain safe in our community, though we will continue to have an enhanced police presence throughout the city and on the Brown campus.
Just in case a copycat.
We are once again encouraging anyone who thinks that they might have relevant information to assist with our ongoing investigation to please provide it. These are the same resources that were asked earlier, but to share them once again. You can upload video or photos to the special FBI website created for this incident, which is fbi.gov/Brown University shooting. That's fbi.gov/Brown University shooting, or call the Providence Police 272-3121. Our investigation.
All right. I got the
into this
name.
horrific act.
I got the name, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take this down. I'm done with the videos. As you can see, there's my Cash App. Please, struggling black man in America, and I need some milk for my coffee. So please hit that Cash. And I also have payrolls coming up that need over 5 people up there. And I want the best plan possible. Hit that Cash App, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that Cash App. But the name of this young man is Benjamin Erickson. Trained. He's trained, ladies and gentlemen. And they have him in custody, so they say. Benjamin Erickson is the guy, the boy. Oh, wow. There's a couple of Providence shooters around this place. But yes, he's the boy. Right here. Look at him. He looks innocent, right? Never trust a face like that. Never. It's sad out here. I'm a comedian. You know what I'm saying? I like to joke around, but most of this is not a joking matter. We need these schools protected. We need these children, these learning students protected out here. This happens a lot. This happens a lot, ladies and gentlemen. This happens a lot at these schools. And when you hear, hey, to school deletions. Who did it? No, wait, guy. I'm just saying. Why take the lives of people that you're not even leave these people alone. Leave these students alone to learn, to grow, to be better people. But no, there's always some Benjamin Erickson out there. Always some idiot out there that feeling some type of way and wants to take the lives of people who are not even bothering. Why, ladies and gentlemen? That's the question. And this is the Morning Wood. And I thank everybody for tuning in to the Morning Wood. You know what? We need to do better as humans, man. I tell you, we really need to do better as humans. It's sad out here. It's sad the way people are disgracing themselves. And I understand there's depression. I understand there's hard living. But just because you're living hard and your life is hard, don't mean you need to take it out on other people. Like, what if somebody did that to your family? Huh? What if somebody did that to your family? It's bad out here, man. It's bad. Life is hard itself. You have no control over it. But you have control over what you do. If you're feeling some type of way, take that shit out on yourself. I'm not saying that, you know what I mean, deleting yourself is something that I condone or praising. But these people have nothing to do with your sorrows. These people have nothing to do with your bullshit. Stop taking innocent lives because you can't handle your own shit. I'm tired of these sensitive fucking Americans, man. If you got a problem, you want to delete something, join the army. Join the army. Go fight the wars. You want to delete some? I'm saying this. Get rid of them petties. Do something that matters at least. Like, come on, bro. It's sad out here. It's sad out here. It's sad out here. But, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I had a closing, but can I refresh and it still do? Let me see. Changes you may not be saved. I don't know. Do you think anybody who does channels, do you think if I refresh it right now, it'll, because it's not moving, but we grooving. I had a new outro that I wanted to put up there, but now it won't show because, you know, technology likes to be a bitch ass. Let me see. It is what it is. But I do appreciate everybody who's tuning in. Please hit that Cash App. Like I said, I'm a struggling YouTube content creator, and it only gets better if I have the funds to get it done. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end. Let's see if I can see if it'll help me out and play this. But it is what it is. See, look at the see. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see me struggle, right? All right, let's see if we get some music. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am out of here. I'm probably gonna go check out Sharon and his ghetto of Witchetry. Y'all have a good night, man. I'm out of here. Jim.
Putting my footprint down, paving a lane in these wild YouTube streets. I'll be nice to you, just be nice to me. But pushing home, man, don't even try. Cause it gets savage when I'm under that pressure. I'm sliding in till the job's complete. Intellectually, ignorantly, either way it's clean heat. You don't want smoke with me, ask around, they know the package. Tapping right, show love, and we good, that's Big Jim Savage. So go on, like, comment, and subscribe to me.